In the room, the girl's feet pressed hard on a cell phone. The man's face changed dramatically, hastily got up to pick it up but found that the phone was broken. He disregarded the girl's obstruction, barefoot, and ran to the cell phone store. The passers-by who saw him instantly went crazy. They all chased after the man closely. Arrived at the cell phone store, the man ignored the sweat all over his body, holding up the phone and begging who can help him to fix the phone. He was willing to pay 10,000 yuan to show his gratitude. The store employees gathered around him, not because of the high amount of money, but because of the man's identity. The man's name was Kate. He was a popular rock star. The clerks offered to give him a new smartphone. Kate did not hesitate to refuse. Then the store manager approached him. He took the phone and said he could repair it. Looking at the worn-out phone, the store manager guessed there must be something very important inside. Fortunately, the phone was repaired in a moment. Kate put the phone to her ear. Inside was a message from a woman. This is a touching love story. After reading it, you will know who loves you the most, who is more worthy of you to cherish. Time went back 8 years to this day. She was the most beautiful girl in the town. But on the day of her wedding, she did not wait for her fiancé to appear. When she got the news, she was in disbelief. She couldn't understand the man she loved so much. Why would he cruelly abandon her? The girl was abandoned by Kate. 8 years have passed since then. The poor boy who ran away from his wife. Now he has become a popular rock star and has more than 10 million loyal fans. But only he knows the loneliness and pain inside because he left without saying goodbye. Kate, every day, he lives in deep remorse and pain. One day Kate was drawn to the news of a car accident. The victim was her best friend in town. In order to give his best friend a final ride, he bribed the driver. He sneaked back into town without his agent's knowledge. Kate had been away for a long time. When he was ready to walk into the auditorium, he ran into Anna, who was in a hurry. He was holding a little girl in his hand. Lovers who hadn't seen each other for 8 years met again, but they didn't say a word. They passed each other like strangers. But Anna in the auditorium was breathing heavily. After the ceremony, Anna saw Kate under the tree. She marched up to her. She punched Kate hard in the stomach. Then her father appeared quietly. And so Kate arrived at the home she hadn't returned to in 8 years. But he had outgrown his tiny single bed, and he couldn't stand the cheap coffee. As he sat alone on a bench, moping, Kate saw Anna not far away and followed her to the florist. But Anna still didn't look good. She kept complaining about him leaving. Everything that had happened in the 8 years he'd been in town. Kate was speechless for a moment. A childish voice broke the awkwardness.
Hey, I know you. You were outside the church yesterday. You're that country star my mama listens to sometimes.
Anna hurried to explain. He looked at the little girl in front of him and felt an inexplicable sense of affection. Kate knelt down and asked how old she was. Little Anna said she was 7 years old. At this point, Kate seemed to understand something. Anna also no longer hid. Tell the truth. He returned home and loudly questioned his father. Why didn't he tell him he had a daughter? The father told Kate that he had gone to see him, but because of Kate's status as a star, every time he was stopped by the security guards. In the end, Kate could only regret where she was. The next day he came back to Anna's flower store, sincerely offered to make up for the 7 years. He wanted to make up for 7 years of fatherly love with his daughter, but only if Anna agreed, because Kate knew she wasn't entitled to it now. Anna didn't refuse, but she didn't say yes either. At dinner she wanted to ask her daughter's opinion, but before she could say anything, it was as if she knew what she wanted to say.
I don't know, he seemed nice to me. The guy from outside the church and the flower shop, right? You two weren't exactly subtle, if you know what I mean.
Anna told her daughter. Her father didn't abandon them. He didn't even know he had a daughter. Not only did her daughter not reject her father, she even said she would invite him over for dinner. Anna was also very pleased to hear that. In the evening, the family had dinner together. Kate bought a stuffed animal for her daughter, but she didn't like it very much. He also gave Anna a gift. It was an expensive necklace. Anna was a bit overwhelmed by this gift. Kate realized that in the past 8 years, he had completely lost the understanding of mother and daughter. After dinner, her daughter dragged Kate to see her pet picture and offered to pick her up from school tomorrow. Looking at his cute and smart daughter, for the first time, Kate felt what it was like to be a father. Before leaving, Anna returned the necklace Kate gave her. The moment they looked at each other seems to have the same feeling when they were in love. Anna wanted to leave shyly. Kate told her that she would pick up her daughter from school tomorrow.
You're gone for 8 years and now you want to pick up my daughter from school?
Our daughter!
Seeing Anna's fears, Kate begged her to give herself a chance, even to the point of kneeling down. Anna's anger subsided a lot, finally agreed to Kate's request. Anna's hatred for Kate seemed to be fading a little because of her daughter's relationship. The next day on the way to school, Kate Kate's phone rang. Anna found this phone. It was a gift she had given Kate in high school, although Kate did not admit it. But for his things, Anna was all too familiar with it. At that moment, she took a phone call. She had to leave for something. The task of picking up her daughter was left entirely to Kate. With her daughter as a little adult, Kate was a bit apprehensive and happy at the same time. Seeing Kate's convertible car, her daughter immediately starts to complain because in an accident in a convertible, the chances of survival are slim. Kate didn't know what to do, had to call and borrow her father's car. They were in the same room together for the first time. Kate felt happier than ever. She even took out her old guitar, playing songs for his daughter to hear. The daughter who touched the guitar for the first time. She also showed her amazing talent. This made Kate very surprised, and then decided to give her daughter a guitar of her own. Seeing the father and daughter getting along better and better, Anna also showed a smile of joy, and Kate also found meaning in life. He bought his father a new coffee machine. He also helped with his mother's vegetable garden. He should have done all of this a long time ago, but it wasn't too late. That night, the daughter confronted Kate. Why did she leave her mother and herself behind in the first place? Kate thought long and hard before answering. He said the answer was both long and short, that he was too young and too stupid back then. I just wanted to seize the opportunity to realize my dream of music, but he never thought he'd lose the people who loved him most. But now he has found his way home. After hearing that, his daughter also chose to forgive Kate. For the first time, she called him Dad. Anna, sitting in the doorway, she listened to the conversation between father and daughter. Looking at Kate's sincere attitude, she also chose to forgive, offering to let Kate take her home. This romantic moment. Anna had waited 8 years for this romantic moment. She felt more secure than ever before.
I would love to go on a date.
Yeah?
The church wedding took place again after 8 years. This time neither the bride nor the groom were absent. Even a love that goes both ways. It's hard to have a perfect ending. Life is a big gamble. If the person you feel is worth it, you think you can trust again, then try to forgive him. Maybe after the experience we will cherish each other more. Finally, I hope that everyone's love is not let down. All can be happy.